India, the economic superstar country, is growing fast. It's the best performing economy in Asia right now. But would you believe that its people, they're not happy? Why is that? Take a look at this graph first. You'll see the dark green line represents India's GDP. It's really growing. Seriously, it's a huge increase. But then there's another line, the light green one, which is the index measuring prosperity. That one is actually dropping, going in the opposite direction of all the money flowing into the country. In this video, I'll point out where the problems are and why. By the end, everyone watching will see the #1 key reason that makes a country develop and prosper sustainably. What does it mean to be able to, or not? Thank you so much to everyone for following the Sai Money Monster channel. If anyone wants to support the research for this video clip, India, the economy is booming, but why aren't people happy? You can support us through this QR code. But if it's not convenient for you to scan, just watching until the end already makes me really happy. India is actually ranked as the 17th happiest country in the world. Whoa! Wait, what? Just now you said it wasn't happy. Yes, it's ranked 17th from the bottom up. According to the World Happiness Report, which ranks the happiest countries in the world out of 143 countries, India is ranked 126. That means it's considered less happy than countries like Iraq or even Ethiopia, which is extremely poor. So why is it that India, which currently has the fastest growing economy in Asia and now has the largest population in the world, over 1.4 billion people, India's GDP is also growing rapidly at 6.7%, which is amazing because even China struggles to hit 5%. And if you look at this chart, you'll see that profits in India's stock market are the highest in Asia. Plus, the country's location is absolutely perfect for global trade, since it's situated between the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. So of course trade is booming. And the people in the country are talented too. Everyone knows that Indians are skilled. They're great at engineering. And there are also as many as 128 million people who are super fluent in English. And not to mention, when it comes to its vast natural resources, India is a unique country that is almost entirely suitable for large-scale agriculture. The prestigious Harvard Business Review even once ran a major headline asking the question, "Next superpower? Will the world's next economic giant be India?" But if you look deeper into India, if you really look at the quality of life of its people, it raises a question. Hey, everything about the country seems great, so why aren't the people inside happy? People still seem to be struggling, still seem to be poor. So where's the problem? Data from 2023 shows that as many as 400 million Indians are still living in what's considered poverty. The richer the country gets, it seems like life just gets harder for people. That's what I've observed from this point. I'm not just looking at the poverty rate either. I'm also looking at the unemployment situation. But if you only look at the unemployment rate as a number, it doesn't tell the whole story. So what's the clear unemployment rate in India? It's at 7.8%. If you compare that to developed countries, let's say Canada, Canada's unemployment rate is 6.5%. So India's 7.8% is higher, but not by a huge margin. Or if you compare it to countries in Europe, like the unemployment rate there is 11.2%. So India actually has a lower unemployment rate. That means the 7.8% unemployment rate in India is bad, but it's not terrible, not super serious. But when you dig deeper into the types of jobs most Indians have, there's a term the media uses, the informal sector. In Thai, if you translate it simply, it means jobs that aren't exactly formal jobs, like being a farmer, a driver, a cleaner, a laborer, or various kinds of employees. You could call these jobs, right? Because they do get paid, even if the pay is really low. But besides the low pay, there's also no employment contract, so there's no job security. These are jobs where, say, you work today, go to sleep tonight, and when you wake up tomorrow morning, you could lose your job just like that. You could get fired just like that. There's nothing to protect you or back you up at all. Because when we talk about a job, it should be something you can make a living from, right? But these jobs pay so little, have no security, can't support your life, and have no future. To put it simply, you could define them as jobs that... It is absolutely terrible. There's really no more accurate or stronger word for it. And because these kinds of jobs, which are called the informal sector, or what many consider not quite real jobs, are counted as part of India's employment numbers, the unemployment rate in India doesn't seem that high. It's at 7.8%. Another major factor that makes India unique is the caste system. Now, technically speaking, according to the law, the caste system in India was officially abolished after India gained independence from Britain. But if you ask whether the caste system still exists in practice, the answer is yes. It's still very much present and taken quite seriously. For example, when applying for many important positions, applicants are still required to submit a certificate called a caste certificate, which verifies which caste you belong to. Many workplaces won't accept people from lower castes, or if they do, they'll only accept a few. There are strict quotas for these groups, which makes it extremely difficult for people from lower castes, who are often already poor, to actually move up in society in India. Next, let's talk about university degrees. In India, degrees seem to be almost worthless, and yet India is actually one of the countries with a very strong education system. Many people say that if you want your child to excel academically, especially in math or engineering, India is a really great option. There are so many young Indian intellectuals who work incredibly hard to graduate in engineering, determined to earn their degrees, but in the end, they still can't find jobs. In fact, 19.4% of new graduates, or about 1 in every 5 degree holders in India, are unemployed. Can you believe that in India, students don't really focus on studying things like communications, journalism, or the arts the way Thai students do? People there also value education, focusing on science tracks like engineering and computer science, choosing subjects for today's world and the future. Yet there are still millions of engineering graduates who are unemployed. Why is that? What happened? Why is it that even really smart kids can't get hired? If we look back, since 1990, India was just starting to build itself up from being one of the poorest countries in the world. Around 1990, they began developing, building up their infrastructure, and at that time, they really wanted engineers to help develop the country, right? So at that moment, people who graduated as engineers, people who had engineering skills in particular, there were very few engineers in India. Most of them had to graduate from abroad. So since there were so few, their value was really high, and the country desperately needed them. Engineers during that time earned high salaries, enough to completely change their lives, going from poor to wealthy, gaining status, all thanks to being an engineer. That's why the engineering profession became like a dream job, a super idol for kids. Everyone wanted to grow up to be an engineer, hoping to change their lives too. To make their own lives more comfortable, Indian kids studied hard to get into engineering programs. As a result, many specialized universities were established, and they were quite successful in providing quality education. But as time went on, more and more people got into it. Everyone became skilled, and all the graduates were talented. This led to a bubble of highly skilled engineering graduates. As a result, degrees in India lost their value. I came across a headline from India Times that said 3,700 people with PhDs, yes, doctorate degrees, applied for jobs as messengers, as motorcycle couriers delivering documents. The next topic that makes Indian people unhappy is, let's talk about the growing issue of economic inequality. This graph clearly shows that the richest 10% of people in India take up 50% of the country's total income share, while the lower income groups, who make up the vast majority of the entire population, only get 10% of that income share. And when we look at the data, the trend is very clear. The rich keep getting richer, and the poor keep getting poorer. The inequality gap just keeps getting wider. And we have to admit that part of the reason comes from the caste system in India. The rich in India are truly extravagantly wealthy. For example, this Indian billionaire couple hired Justin Bieber, yes, Justin Bieber, to sing at their wedding. He performed for just a short while, and his fee was no less than $10 million. This extreme level of inequality is one of the downsides of India's development. It creates division, and it's possible that this could lead to conflict and violence in the country. This means that if India continues to grow without paying attention to the majority of its population, who are just keeping their heads down and working hard, struggling to get by, that's exactly the main obstacle to India's growth. But if you've watched several clips on the Money Monster channel, you'll already know that the people are the #1 key to a country's development. They're the main indicator of whether a country can achieve sustainable growth or not. In many of the videos I've made, it's clear to see, like with Argentina, England, France, and Japan. There was a period when they neglected to pay attention to the fact that a large portion of their population was unhappy. Any country that lets a majority of its people live in misery simply can't truly prosper. There's not a single exception.